Toopsie Psychic, and today we're going to talk about the compatibility between a Pisces Aries Cusp and an Aries. An Aries would make so much sense to you. Relationships take work, hard work, but this one would take a lot of hard work. I mean, a lot. This relationship would be like your first love. It's very raw and passionate and carefree. But if you don't want to overwhelm your Aries, you need to take things step by step. You have the ability to multitask in every aspect of your life. But an Aries is more direct with the way they go about things. So if you want to work together, you have to take things step by step. There are so many emotions that come up very quickly from the start. So you see yourselves as perfect for each other, but don't feel like you've gotten there yet. There is a dark side to this relationship. You have to be constantly moving, constantly growing, constantly trying new things to keep this relationship together. So don't forget about the past and the things you've learned from your past relationships. You are usually the one to initiate things in this relationship, and you're the one who is going to take that step to ignite the flame between the two of you. And an Aries will actually like that about you. Your Aries needs someone new, and you are perfect for that. You are unique in every way and very passionate about it. You appeal to them. You will know when things aren't working anymore. You'll stop feeling this excitement to see them. And when you stop feeling excited to see each other, then you'll know things are over. You can be kind of dominant. You can be the alpha of this relationship. And an Aries will have a hard time dealing with this because their nature is to be more of the alpha. So there will be more of a power struggle in the relationship. They don't like to be dominated as much. Maintaining the relationship will be the burden, not the igniting the flame, but the part where you actually have to maintain it and manage it and work with it. And this might cause you to actually lose interest or not be into each other as much. But there is so much positive energy and excitement, and that's what you really need for this to work anyway. You may not be able to depend on your Aries as much, and this might make you feel like you have to nag them, and you might take on a more nagging role. Like you kind of have to keep things together and you have to be in charge for things to work out. They love how useful you are and how good at managing things you are and how vibrant you are. But they might feel a little confused or lost as to what their role is in the relationship because you're so good at being in the relationship and being in charge of it. And this might mean that they might not fully be able to feel like themselves with you. You both are very competitive, and you actually can find a lot of passion against each other. I mean, the sex is best after a fight, especially for you two. The best relationships between the two of you actually start when you're on separate teams. You resent each other, but at the same time, there's this undeniable connection. And this evolves, and you soon find that you're not feeling angry towards each other. You feel lust, desire, and you want them as opposed to being against them. Often this happens like when there's two rival teams, like say in sports or at work or, in school or just in general in life. Like you're not supposed to like each other, or you've always really kind of been against each other, but suddenly you get feelings for each other and there's this fire that you just need to act on. Now you like to be playful and you like to take the long route around getting what you want sometimes. Sometimes it's just nice to take the scenic route. It's nice to keep things kind of the way they are, this back and forth, but sometimes it's just best to be direct about what you want. And an Aries will be a lot better at this than you. Sometimes you just need to go for it. When there's a very strong connection, it's a lot. And sometimes you both feel like you're under a lot of pressure to make things work, especially because two universes, your lives are working against each other. You have to sort through all your feelings and figure out how you can work together and be together without any complications or obstacles, because it is complicated. You have a very complicated relationship with them. You both love the challenge. So doing this shouldn't be a problem. You both have to accept each other for who you are. It's also that you're both very direct, but you both know how you feel about each other without having to say it all the time. And over time, as things go on, compassion will wedge its way into your relationship. But in order for that to happen, you have to start working together and kind of defy these opposing forces. You need someone who gets you and who can connect with you on a deeper level. And Aries may not understand you. They may not be capable of understanding that. And there's this back and forth that can go on for years. And an Aries might not understand that you are not fully capable of understanding your emotion towards them. And they may not be as patient. And you may never fully understand how you're feeling. But you do learn a lot about yourself through this. And it does teach you to protect yourself and your heart a lot more and feel more secure. And despite being so direct and open, an Aries may not be able to handle how critical you are and how emotional you get. And they just need to be accepted for who they are. You're both very playful in your arguments against each other that it can become an ongoing thing. An Aries wants you to depend on them more than you can. You're so self-sufficient that you don't need anyone, and you'll probably have to go through a lot to actually be together. Your struggle in the beginning probably won't be about love, and you will rise from the ashes, both ready to be together. Things will be very rocky, and it's good to be able to joke around and have a good sense of humor between the two of you to get through things. Just don't use jokes to take a stab at someone. Don't be passive aggressive, which you can end up being. Watch comedies together and use your sense of humor to cheer up your Aries when they're down. And sometimes you need to be more understanding towards them. You have to be able to take irony and sarcasm and turn it into a form of humorous conversation to be able to communicate sensitive information between the two of you. Be sensitive of their needs. An Aries will be usually the one who's more insecure between the two of you. Remember, to be able to really connect with your Aries, you have to be able to open up about the pain that you feel, not just act like everything's okay. Aries can be quite patient despite their impulsiveness. You are complicated, but you are worth it. And you both need to be more tolerant of each other for things to work out in the long run. When you feel threatened, you get very defensive. But an Aries is a good match for that because they're able to joke around with you and kind of lighten your mood. This is a very playful relationship. You take joy in teasing each other and getting under each other's skin a little. When it comes to support, an Aries may not comfort you in the way that you really need to be comforted. They may not be emotional enough for you and have as much depth as you really need them to have in that moment. And you may end up feeling lonely after a while. You're both very careful about your looks to each other and how attractive you are to each other, and you're very careful to maintain that for each other over the course of time. And that is very important. sex can be the main focus of the relationship. This is a very sexual relationship. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you liked it. Let me know if you're dating an Aries and you're on this cusp, or the other way around. Or yeah, just comment below. Subscribe to my channel. Bye!